Hello, YouTube. I'm going to talk about the message in hip hop. This is bigger than music. This is about the message, okay? And I'm on here to share about it. It's the same old message over and over again, okay? I grew up on hip hop, even the negative stuff that's being rapped about, and there's really not. This is the year 2026, and it's the same. They rapping the same stuff over and over again, and they think it's new. It ain't new. What they rapping old stuff. It's the same old message. I've heard it before. No matter who out today, okay, whoever it may be out today, they're rapping the same old message. It's the same. It's the same old message. Okay, it ain't nothing new. And the people in this generation think that what they hearing is new. It ain't new. Nope, it ain't new. Mm-mm. It's the same old message. Okay, the same, the same old message, the same old message in hip hop. It's the same old message. Okay, it's the same old message. It ain't nothing new. They rapping the same stuff. The young men and women in this generation think that what they hearing is new. It's not new. Okay? For the last 30 years, it is the same old message in hip hop over and over again. It's the same message. What they rap about. Being a gangster, being a thug, hurting people. Same old message. 30 years later, it's the same message. It ain't nothing new. And the young men and women in this generation think they jamming. That's not jamming. Okay? Rapping about death and destruction. It's the same message. I know what year this is, the year 2026, but they rapping the same old thing. It ain't nothing new. So I'm finna share what Ecclesiastics said about that. Because it ain't nothing new in hip hop. Okay, it says everything is meaningless. It's meaningless. Same old message. If you're a young man or woman and you living in the year 2026, the message that you're hearing in hip hop today is the same old message. It ain't nothing new. Nope. It says in Ecclesiastes 1, it says, let me find it. Okay? Because it ain't nothing new. Same old message. Let me see. Can I find it? Okay. It says, what has been done again, and will be done again. There is nothing new up under the sun. There is not any which one of you who can say, look, this is something new. It was already here long ago before their time came. No one remembers the former things. Generation come, generation, and then those yet to yet to come will not remain by those follow them. So everything is meaningless. So the message that we hearing in hip hop, rapping about being a gangster, rapping about being a thug, rapping about selling dope and all that, same old message over and over again. And these rappers talk about freedom of speech. That's not freedom. The listeners are being deceived. What they rapping is the same old message. It ain't nothing new. I heard that back in 1996 and 98. It's the same message. It don't matter how much money they got. Same old message. Ain't nothing new up under the sun, according to the Bible. It's been done before. And the consumers and the people who listen to it are being deceived. The people who listen to these rappers with gray hair up under their chin, rapping about a lifestyle that they ain't never even lived. Rapping about being a gangster, rapping about being a thug, rapping about a lifestyle that they don't live. And it's the same old message. In this generation, in the year 2026, they think it's new. It ain't new. According to the Bible, ain't nothing new up under the sun. Same old message. It's 30 years later. They still rapping the same thing. I grew up on I grew up on that from 1996. I grew up on that, the hip hop, that glorified violence. God delivered me from that. I can't listen to that no more. Okay? I can't listen to those lyrics no more. I can't listen to that stuff because I've been delivered from the street life and I cannot listen to that content no more. I can't listen to it no more. I can't tell nobody what they should do, but I can't listen to it no more because where God delivered me from. But what you're hearing in hip hop today is the same old message. Same old stuff. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new up under the sun. It's been done before. I'm praying for the consumer, the people who consume these violent lyrics. And you let your kids listen to death and destruction. And you think it's new. Ain't nothing new. According to the Bible, ain't nothing new. It's the same old message. What they rapping about. Same old stuff. Okay? And I'm praying for the rappers with gray hair up under their chin that still glorifying being a gangster. There ain't no gangsters in hip hop. There is no gangsters in hip hop. There's a bunch of people making up stuff and the consumer is buying into it. According to the Bible, it's the same old, same old. You know that? So you say, oh, that's my favorite rapper. That's my favorite singer. Man, I didn't heard that stuff before that they rapping, and the person that's listening to it has been consumed by it. But it's 30 years later, and the same old message is being rapped in hip hop. But this generation, these young people that live in this generation think it's new. What they rap about in hip hop, they rap about the streets, they rap about hurting folks, same old stuff. Okay, so ain't nothing new. I'm going right by what the Bible say. There is nothing new. There is any which one of you who are saying can say, look, this is something new. There is already, it's already been here long ago. Same old, same old message. Okay. All right. There is no gangsters in hip hop. And then the label Christian rapper, that's a label. These are labels. But I'm praying though. I'm praying that God's goodness and kindness and love will lead people to repentance in this generation. So when I heard that people rapping about gangster stuff, rap about being a gangster, rapping about that stuff is tired. It's empty. Same old message. 30 years later. So I'm praying. I'm praying. I'm praying for the young men and women in this generation who are caught up in these rappers. Gucci Mane, whoever he is out today. I've heard it before. I don't even got to listen to it because I know what they're rapping about. Death and destruction. Okay. The Bible talks about in Proverbs 18:21 about the tongue. Let's talk about the tongue here. Okay, let's go to the tongue. Proverbs 18:21. The tongue. Proverbs 18:21. The tongue has the power of life and death. Those who love it eat the fruit of it. So what are these rappers rapping to their audience? Death and destruction. That's not freedom. Freedom is in Jesus Christ. But what is the rappers rapping to people from their lips? Death and destruction. They spreading death and destruction to the audience, and the people are buying into it. Death and destruction. This right here, this can get us in a lot of trouble. The Bible talks a lot about our mouth. So what are they rapping in hip hop? Death and destruction. 30 years later, it's the same old message, death and destruction. And people ride around their car and let their kids hear death and destruction. It's death and destruction. The tongue has the power of life and death. And what are they speaking? Death. They're speaking death out their mouth. John 6:63 said God's words bring life. His words are life. Jesus' words bring life. His words are life. The flesh profits nothing. God's words are life. There is no life in hip hop. From these hip hop rap artists who are rapping death and destruction, there ain't no life in what they're saying. And so many people are in love with riding around their cars listening to death. You listening to death and destruction. There ain't no life in it. Okay, this is bigger than music, bigger than rap. It's about the message, the content. But right here, here go life right here. Jesus Christ's words are life. John 6:63. His words bring life. They're life. That's John 6:63. John 6:63. His words are life. I'm on here to speak life. Here go life right here. What they rapping ain't no life. It don't matter how talented they are, what they got. Death and destruction. That's what they rapping. And I'm praying for them. That God's goodness and kindness and love will lead them to repentance. Okay? I'm on here to speak life. John 6:63. God's words are life. They're life. This is life. Okay? Bye-bye.